Hey everybody. So I've recorded this multiple times trying to get the length down. I promise there's going to be stuff in here from the previous week, thoughts that I've had that apply to everybody, stuff that's coming up that you should have on your radar, and I'm trying to make it as concise as I possibly can. So I want to pull up the icebreaker. I typically give examples from the week. I really like Janine's. Um, there were other posts that were longer. I'm thinking of like uh, Mary's or Lauren's or um, Nico's, other students who have English just um, and you may not agree with that, but then again, I kind of Janine says that writing has not been a strength for her. I don't know that I buy that, Janine. You got to sell it harder because it's very personable, very open, lots of comments on other people's. I think really I just encourage everyone to put yourself out there, especially if English is not your first language or if writing does not come naturally to you. Um, and I made this offer to, I'm pretty sure, Abraham. If writing is not your first language, or if English is not your first language, feel free to ask me to keep an eye out for grammatical things that I can point out, because that's something that I do that I think uh, what I'm paid for. So your grades will not be lower or anything. It'll just be, hey, there is this grammatical thing that I noticed. Number two, your reading responses, almost all of them, the quiz, almost all of the last answer from everybody was like, hey, the ladder of abstraction is still kind of confusing to me. So I wanted to just point out some advice for the Credo essay. Maybe too late for those of you who have posted, who have already worked on it. Um, some two main things that I notice that students struggle with on this essay. So number one is just getting those details in. So the bottom of the ladder of abstraction really like I love these instructions here of like, okay, specific concrete detail. Like the question I love to ask is, what would this look like? So if you make a claim, okay, what would that look like? What would that if you were there, what would that experience be like? Can you communicate that experience to your audience? So supporting, if you ever have some kind of claim in there, and that's what this is, a statement of belief. This is a claim of something that you believe. How can you really sell that? How can you really like make that concrete and believable for your audience? Second thing is, um, it's possible for the ladder of abstraction to be perched against a really boring building. So, um, always go to the funeral is super unique, very specific, something that most people don't think about or write about. Um, Even that, the funeral, always go to the funeral. I mean, that's a very bottom of the ladder of abstraction, concrete kind of a thing that goes with something that's at the top, an abstraction. You just, I don't know what kind of advice I can give. When I'm grading, I will do more to do that. Okay, last thing. So the media analysis worksheet is coming up next week. This is one that students um, that I think is the focus area for this week. The thing that you're going to that is the most difficult. Notice that I didn't say students struggle with this because it's not. It can be kind of tricky. So a few things to point out here. Things that the students who don't do as well, the mistakes that they usually make. I'm just going to throw out some things as they occur to me. So, number one, choosing good and balanced articles that are all on the same topic. Um, Adding certain things in here. So, giving the full citation, giving actual facts. I'm okay with facts being just quotes. The things that students struggle with, if they just want to plug quotes in everywhere. That's not what this is about, in my mind. In my mind, this is you're analyzing, you're telling what this means. So if you want to pull facts in, that's fine. But like, I'd love, I mean, like if you want to pull direct quotes in for the facts, go for it. Anytime that you can give a, okay, well, what does this mean? How do I know that this is an inference? How do I know that this is just a fact without the, what is the phrase of it? Don't comment, they don't comment on or interpret the facts. They do not spin the reader's perception of events. How can I know that? Let me write a quick sentence describing that. Those are ones that I have no problem, 100%, Ones that are just, here's some brief quotes that I don't explain how they fit in. I'm not quite as comfortable with that. Also, I've taught this class for a number of semesters. They change some things. This is not something that I can change, but whoever is in charge of that changes some things. And this is new, this chart. I expect that there will be some kind of, I don't know, some difficulties based on this change. Don't feel like you're... this is all in a condensed space, and you may feel like you're writing too long if it pushes it way down. Don't worry about that. You may have a really long column. Don't feel like the columns need to be equal lengths. Don't feel like you need... that's not a problem at all. So it used to be like just linear here, 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 here. It's not that anymore. That's fine. Okay, this is a longer video. I think this might be the one that I keep. I wanted to reward those of you who stuck around with. A couple days ago, my family and I went to Island Park, and this is what happened at the end of it. I had made a snow cave, and that was me destroying the snow cave. And yes, I got snow all down my jacket, and it was very cold. Anyway, okay, well, thank you for sticking around, and good luck this week, and I will talk to you guys later.